Okay, so this is just a quick video to show how to import models that are in occlusion into Blue Sky Plan. I am by no means an expert in this. I used to have a problem doing this when I sent my digital impressions to the lab. I would have them create the models, the digital models, and then send the STLs back to me. So this is an example of what used to happen to me when I would open my models in Mesh Mixer. They would be already built. The model would be already built by the lab. And if I related this to the lower jaw in Blue Sky Plan and the upper to the upper, well, it would just give me the same bite that the patient was taken in. And usually patients are taken in an open bite so that a surgical guide can be made. So when I would go to import the upper, it would get something kind of funny where the models would not be in occlusion. I don't really know why this happened, but as soon as I was able to have my models exported directly from my Trios to my desktop as STLs, that problem went away. So this is an example of that. This is a different patient. This is his lower. You go to import, append, you add his upper model, and when it imports, it's going to be in occlusion. And so now you have the two models together. You just highlight both of them in the object browser, combine them, and then export that as an STL. So I'll export that as an STL, sample occlusion, and it's done. So now in my folder I have the lower, the upper, and the occlusion together. So when I open up his case in Blue Sky Plan, I already imported, in this case, the upper model, related it to the upper jaw. And this gives you a good start if you want to try to treatment plan the case and add a few teeth in. But then you really don't know how they relate to the lower jaw because he's taken in an open vertical. So when you're looking at the cross sections here, you really don't know what that occlusion looks like because of the space between the upper and the lower. So all you do here is you're going to import the STL model of the sample occlusion. Click OK, and it's going to want you to relate that to something, and you're not going to. You're just going to click Cancel. And so now you kind of have it out here floating in space. Now you go to under your model manipulation panel. You have your sample occlusion as the one that's highlighted. And then you're going to align to model with points or matching teeth, whichever one you want to do. So you're going to align using points, and you're going to align it to that upper original scan. Click OK. And holding down the Shift key, you'll select the teeth. Select the same teeth on the occlusion model. Hit OK. And now it's related them. So if I go back to my surfaces and I turn on my original, and you can bring the bite in, and the originals, though, overlap. They look kind of funny, but they are related correctly. You can verify that in other windows. So now you have the occlusion when you're planning your teeth. and then your implants, and you can make sure everything appears the way you want it to. You can even see where they come through the opposing model, where the occlusion is. So here it's coming through a little bit on the lingual cusp of the lower teeth, and you can adjust your upper teeth to make sure the occlusion's proper. So I hope that helps. Thanks.